put your headset back on, Brett Wolverton.
I can't hear.
It's the only time the people in Cornelia have toilet paper.
Ladies and gentlemen, you see the show of respect between Fred Yehi and Slim J. This is technically the 6th match of a best-of-5 series. Don't try to justify numbers here. Match 5 went to a count-out victory for Slim J. He did not want to take the series. He asked, all right, we've already done 3 out of 5. Let's do 2 out of 3.
Okay, so here, let me kind of explain this to you, the way this went down, okay? So, the 5th match in the best-of-5 series, in the count-out, that Slim J won. But Slim J goes, I don't want to win like that. I don't want to win like that. I want to be a fair man. I want to be a fair man. And the crowd went, yeah, let's be fair. So, now we're doing a 2 out of 3 falls match. That 5th match, that was canceled out. So then there was only 4 matches. Tonight it's 2 out of 3 falls, so it's the best of 7.
You know what's bad, ladies and gentlemen, is I understood that.
Took me all week to think of that one.
I bet it did. So this is match 5.
No. Yes.
Need to get Feltner up here to explain who's up on the series?
Who's on first? Right now. And much like we've seen in the previous 5 matches, because we don't discredit the 5th match, although it's by the record books has been thrown out, we're seeing a lot of this mat wrestling. We're seeing these 2 men matching each other. Technically sound, move for move, on the mat. And if this is going to be any indication as to what we see in those previous 5 matches, this right here, this 2 out of 3 falls match, is going to be intensity personified. You have the man that was co-holder of the best technical wrestler in the state of Georgia for the year 2014, as voted on by the fans and the peers of Georgia wrestling history. Of course, we're talking about Fred Yehi. And you're talking about a man who 1 year ago was voted one of the top 30 superstars under the age of 30 in Slim J. Slim J also a Grand Slam winner here in the Anarchy Arena, holding just about every major championship that has walked into this building and has been sanctioned by the governing body, whoever that may be here in the Anarchy Arena, and has held all those championships. Fred Yehi has yet to hold the Anarchy gold, but now looking to make a name for himself by winning this series over Slim J.
Is it my imagination, or is Fred Yehi's hair green?
I think it's the mustard.
Mustard jello.
Side headlock and over to a head scissors takedown. It may be green. I can't tell from here.
Maybe I need to adjust the setting on my monitor.
Yeah. It's the glare from Ken Waller's stomach.
What would he eat that's green?
I don't want to touch that one. Collar and elbow tie up, or went for a collar and elbow tie up into a side headlock by Fred Yehi. You know, in this series with Slim J, you know, I don't want to say that it's going to affect Fred Yehi, you know, in the championship standings, but I mean, you think about it, he's wrestled Slim J. The last 5 matches that Fred Yehi has had here in Anarchy Wrestling have been against Slim J. He hasn't branched out against any other competitor. Here tonight,
what impact, that shoulder tackle. A drop kick. I don't think Slim J was expecting that. Kick out on less than a 1 count. As Yehi is going to try to slow down Slim J. Wise move.
But, you know, one thing that I've noticed in this matchup, and, you know, we spoke on this recently on Anarchy Television in this best of 5 series. Every match, we've seen a new intensity. We've seen something new from Fred Yehi, and taken outside the ring by Slim J. Now Slim J going to the top rope.
I think he thought he was going out to the floor, but it's, whoa! Nice little drop kick from the top.
Well, I want to tell you about the wherewithal of Slim J. Slim J jumps to that top rope. He looks. He doesn't see Fred Yehi out. Immediately adjusts his traction to see Fred Yehi coming in, kicks him, and then hits that missile drop kick. Very intelligent maneuvering there by Slim J. It shows, you know, the veteran that he is. You know, a guy who's been in this building for well over 13 years, and you do the math, he's under 30. He's been doing this since he was a teenager. When most 16-year-olds are full of pimples and pulling Frosties and double cheeseburgers at the local Wendy's. This man was in here winning championships. Think about that for 1 second. What were you doing when you were 6? Never mind, don't answer that question. I know what you were doing when you were 16.
I was doing dishes at a local Wendy's.
You were eating dishes at a local Wendy's. That's why they don't have a super bar anymore.
They put speed bumps in at the one at mine.
I bet you got a bill, not a paycheck. Slim J looking for the submit. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. I was just going to say, it's interesting how he keeps varying the submission that he's got applied. It's hard to find a strategy when they keep changing the moves on you. Looks like Yehi has been able to get his legs freed.
But, I pointed this out time and time again. Slim J, his background is professional wrestling and amateur wrestling background, but he also has a background in MMA and trained in many different forms of the mixed martial arts. So, the submission wrestling, the Sambo type wrestling, things like that, it comes second nature to him because he has been trained with that. Oh! Good. So I don't care how much training you have, it's not going to protect you for a right hand. Oh, my God.
I may have my quotes attributed wrong, but I believe it was Mike Tyson said he can go in with all the strategy in the world. Somebody punches you in the face, that's gone.
Yeah.
1, 2.
He's a Hall of Famer,
He is a Hall of Famer. I'm going to tell you right now, though, there's no questioning the strategies that both these men have implemented, but there's also no questioning the toughness of both these men, both physically and mentally. People don't realize that wrestling, as physical of a sport as it is, it's also very much a mental sport. It's a physical game of chess, as Larry Zbyszko used to say. It's one of those things that you've got to maneuver, you got to position, you got to outthink your opponent, and you've got to do that every single second you're in the ring. That is the difference between success and failure in wrestling, my friend.
Kick out at 2. This match continues here at Hardcore Hell. The first fall of a best-of-3 contest between Fred Yehi and Slim J.
And after this, it's nothing but gold. Anarchy gold, that is. The tag team titles are on the line, the television title, and the heavyweight championship on the line.
Actually, after this is the second fall.
I was talking about all 3 falls together. If it goes 3 falls.
But then you're really in trouble if there's only 2.
If there's only 2 falls, then you know what? We're done.
No, we've still got all the championship matches. Aren't you paying attention to what you're saying anymore?
Who pays attention to me?
Not me.
Then why do you expect me to pay attention to me?
Because you can afford it.
Huh. Body scissors in the ring.
What do you say? No. Are you sure? Continue.
We are having fun up here in the broadcast booth, and I hope you're having fun watching and listening to this program. As we are here at Hardcore Hell 2015.
Technically, we're 3 matches in to the program here to Hardcore Hell 2015, but what excitement we just saw in the Iron Man Challenge. Multiple matches taking place in there. Of course, we saw Lars Anderson defeat Michael Judas and now has 1 win, the Iron Man Challenge. And now a couple of men who, in my book, a couple of Iron Men in their own right. Fred Yehi and Slim J, 2 out of 3 falls.
Rear waist lock, forearm to the back by Yehi. No decision scored yet in this 2 out of 3 falls contest.
I used to, when I managed guys, I used to always hate these 2 out of 3 falls matches. These are some of the hardest matches to prepare for because you have to have multiple strategies going in. In a 1 fall match, you can usually have a strategy going in and you have a game plan what to deviate from. Oh, and a huge suplex there. But when you get into a 2 out of 3 falls match, if you get into a first fall like this one, this first fall's gone, quite a number of minutes, you're starting to show, you're starting to show your whole hand. So what do you change up for the second fall? You don't have enough time to re-strategize between that first and second fall. So win or lose, you're going into it, and basically for the remainder of the match, you're flying blind.
Is that why some guys wrestle wearing gloves so they can't show their whole hand?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Glad you pointed that out, sir. I thought about that. Of course, some do it to throw the hard punch, but hey, there. Or the claw.
I miss Oxbaker.
I do too.
Boston Crab.
Has it cinched in. Now you see, I will say one thing. Fred Yehi making a huge mistake here. Fighting for the ropes, it elongated how long that move was on. You got to remember, you do have 2 other falls. And we have seen Fred Yehi down 2-0 to come back to win 2 falls to tie this series up.
A stump puller. Not a very common maneuver anymore, but certainly effective.
Very effective. And like I said, right now, I think Fred Yehi making a huge mistake, not just going ahead and going ahead and letting the first fall go.
Can you get your knee to touch your nose like that?
For $20.
Glad I haven't gotten paid yet. Roll up, 1, 2.
Only a 2 count here. We are still in the first fall, the 2 out of 3 falls matchup, and 3 big title matches to follow this big 2 out of 3 falls matchup here. Hardcore Hell 2015. Can you feel the excitement in the air? I mean, can you just feel it here?
I can feel the excitement and I can smell the popcorn.
Oh, that was gas.
You need to change your diet.
Huh?
Shots to the midsection. One right to the face. Chop to the chest.
I've told you, each and every one of these matches, they get more and more intense. And I have a feeling as this thing goes into the second and third, second fall,
We're still in the first fall.
what I'm saying is if this goes into when this goes into the second, and if it goes into a third fall, the more longer this match goes on, the more intense it's going to get. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't you put words in my mouth?
You're having enough trouble on your own. Suplex by Slim J right into a cover. Only gets a 2 count. Rear waist lock by Slim J. Trying to make it difficult for Yehi to breathe. Go back up to their feet. Elbow to the cheek of Slim J. That one to the forehead. Slim J firing right back. On the corner, whip off. Reversals through the legs. Trip. And the submission applied. Slim J needs to keep his shoulders off the mat.
He's doing a good job of that right now. Despite the previous injuries to his neck, I mean, he has some strong neck muscles there, being able to bridge. Oh, wait a minute.
Reversal.
And right now, you got to think, Slim J in a bad way.
Slim's going out.
Oh, well, he was going out.
Kick out at 2. Rear waist lock. German suplex. Lands on his feet. Belly to belly overhead suplex. Fisherman suplex. 1, 2, 3.
The winner of the first fall, Fred Yehi.
Man, that snap fisherman suplex, I mean, that was huge. And now, right now, if you were keeping score at home and you X'd out the 5th match, right now Fred Yehi in this match is up 1-0, but in total falls is now up 3-2 in this best of 7.
There's way too many numbers here.
I'm going to count them, trust me.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
Shots to the back by Yehi. Slim J is struggling to catch his breath after that first fall.
And right now, Fred Yehi, for the first time in this series, is in the driver's seat. He is now 1 win away from ending the series, ending the matchup. And you see Slim J down in the ring, injured. Hurt?
Figure 4? No.
Oh, wait a minute.
The legs are grapevine.
Using the one foot to put all the pressure on the ankle to expose that knee, and then using the other foot to push the knee. The leg is not supposed to bend like that. The leg's not supposed to do those kind of things. It can cause a lot of damage to the knee there. Can tear an ACL very easily. Damage ligaments, tear the patella.
Slim J was trying to loosen the feet, but he was trying to loosen his own foot.
That's the mark, that's why this man was tied as Technician of the Year. Because you learn how to make a person use their own body against them. You pretzel somebody around. Very wise maneuvering there by Fred Yehi, and could have gave him the advantage in this series. Oh, wait a minute, up and over
To the floor. As if our fans weren't close enough to the action as it is. They're even closer now.
And I told you the intensity was going to pick up with every passing fall in this matchup.
Slim J rolled back in.
Oh, sickening thud across the arena here. Oh, wait a minute. Getting the armbar in.
Going for the armbar, but you see Yehi had his fingers locked. He tapped right away.
Your winner of the second fall, Slim J.
Now you see that right there was some intelligence by Fred Yehi. Oh, wait a minute. Now Slim J very wisely going right back after him. That's what you can do. That's what you got to do.
Well, there's no breaks in this 2 out of 3 falls. The third fall had started. Slim J again going for another submission.
I was going to say smart maneuvering there by Fred Yehi. Tapping out immediately. That kind of protected him a little bit from suffering more damage. But now it's down to 1 fall.
I think Yehi's got those fingers locked. Yehi trying to stand back up.
Oh, Slim J fought out of that one. But how much damage has been done to the arm? And could there be some nerve damage? I noticed that he didn't really impact the arm much on that maneuver, but maybe just jarred it just a little bit, or maybe hit the back and caused some, some sensation, to shoot down the arm.
Is that so? Seriously?
Suffering succotash.
Got that Cindy Brady syndrome. You couldn't say your F is worth a spit. Chop to the chest.
The next time he turns around here, oh, look at those kicks. The chest of Slim J. I've been in butcher shops and haven't seen meat beat up that bad.
Kick to the face. Into the rope. Yeah, right after him. Around the world into a cutter. Cover made. 1, 2, and did he get it? Did he get it? Did he get it? Just barely. Holy cow. I think even a replay of that could prove detrimental. I don't know. That was a tough call.
Referee Ken Wallace, the arm came up. The arm came up, and like I said, sometimes there's like 2 bulls. Look how beat up Slim J's chest is. My goodness.
It's getting violent. Slim J goes up to the top. There's a reverse DDT. But Yehi rolls out of the ring. Smart presence of mind by Yehi. I think Slim J's gonna fly again. A dangerous place to be.
Moonsault! This is two guys giving it all, laying it on the line. And now both men down outside the ring.
Slim J has the prettiest moonsault in Anarchy Wrestling, and no matter how many times I see it, be it in the ring or to the floor, it amazes me every time.
And I think the fans here in Cornelia are just as amazed as you are.
Cradle, roll up, 1, 2, round, another cradle, 1, 2, sweeps through, roll up, into a power bomb, no, Slim J trying to fight out of it, up, head scissor, roll up, 1, 2, 3, he got it!
Your winner of the match, Fred Yehi.
JJ, what a tremendous series this has been. As everybody around here is on their feet applauding these superstars.
Hell of a match. Hell of a match. Hell of a series, guys.
I mean, everybody, our photographers, Bill Behrens, Charles Anschutz, everybody here standing on their feet in respect for these two tremendous athletes.
If you'll give me a sidebar for just a second, you can say whatever you want to say. You can put down your money to go to any wrestling school, to go to any wrestling clinic. But let me tell you something. Right now, these two men personified what the sport of professional wrestling is. They personified what guts, intensity is, and they did it in that ring, in those 3 ropes, and they did it for 7 straight matches. 8 actually, but they did it. My hat's off to them. Great job, guys.
A tremendous amount of respect shown by Slim J as he congratulates Fred Yehi, chest bleeding. This has been a phenomenal series, and I'm glad we've had the opportunity to call it.
Me too. Hardcore Hell.